Hi, my name is Barnuevo, and I'll be doing a presentation on the Philippines. The Philippines is a mixture of many different cultures as a result of its history. Its indigenous people and their culture mixed with the cultures of its Asian neighbors and with the Spanish during colonial rule. The Philippines is largely a collectivist society. That means that they value family and close friendship, and they also have a deep respect for their elders. Pagmamano is a very common way to respect a Filipino elder. It is performed by pressing your forehead against an elder's hand, like this. And of course, these traditions vary from family to family. Filipinos like to have large gatherings too with their family and friends. Holidays like Christmas and Easter are a very common occasion amongst Filipino families, mostly because most Filipinos are Catholic. Birthdays like the 7th and 18th birthday are very special occasions and create large gatherings for Filipinos. The 7th birthday celebrates a child's independence from their parents, and the 18th birthday celebrates a woman's womanhood. The 18th birthday is also known as a quinceañera in Spanish countries, but in the Philippines, instead of a 15th birthday, it celebrates an 18th birthday and is called a debut. Filipinos like to play sports with their family and friends. The sport that they like to play is basketball, but they also like to watch sports. The sport that Filipinos like to watch is boxing, particularly with the Filipino boxer Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is a famous Filipino boxer and is known to bring together many Filipino families just to watch his boxing matches. Now that we have talked about parties and gatherings of Filipinos, I think it's important to mention the food that is served during those gatherings. Pancit bihon is a rice noodle dish cooked with meats and veggies. It is relatively cheap to make, and it feeds a lot of people for that much price. Lechon is relatively expensive, however. It is a whole roasted pig stuffed with lemongrass. Although it is expensive, it will impress any Filipino guest that comes to your party. Adobo is a perfect mix between different cultures into a Filipino dish. It has Spanish influence from the dish adobar, and it also has Chinese influence from this ingredient soy sauce. Adobo is chicken or pork cooked in vinegar, soy sauce, or peppercorns. It is very popular amongst many Filipinos, and it is served with rice. The history of the Philippines starts 25,000 years ago when people crossed a land bridge to the archipelago. During early times, many immigrants came across boats from the Malay Indonesia area when the land bridge closed. Before Spanish rule, though, many Filipinos traded with Arabs, Chinese, and Hindus, and they may have imported some of their culture onto the archipelago. In the 16th century, the Spanish first arrived. Spanish influence can be seen throughout Filipino culture through language, Catholicism, and food. The Spanish language and religion has had a great influence on the Philippines today. 20 to 30% of words in Tagalog are Spanish. There's actually a dialect in the Philippines that is called Chavacano that is pure Spanish, and 85% of Filipinos are Catholic. That statistic is evidence of Spanish missionaries on to the Philippines. The USA eventually gained control from Spain in 1898 of the Philippines. The USA brought many foods that are now popular in the Philippines. These foods include hot dogs and Spam. However, the Philippines eventually gained control from the US on July 4th, 1946. This is when they gained independence from any foreign country. Now the Philippines has a population of 107 million. The Philippines has had an interesting history that has built its culture today. I hope this presentation has helped you learn more about the country, and thank you for listening.